A critical element of your personal and professional success comes down to, have you cultivated the right type of support? And then, almost as critically, do you understand the difference between support and enabling? In my book, Do Business Better, I have a chapter 24, called You Are Not an Island. And it's all about this concept of support, because none of us are islands. Every dollar you're going to make the rest of your life is currently someone else's dollar. We live in a society with other people. We work with and for other people. So none of us are an island. And as humans, we have certain needs. So from a personal and professional level, it's important that you cultivate the right type of support, and you understand that support is not enabling or coddling behavior. Support comes in 3 varieties, and I'm going to share those with you right now. The first is truth and critical feedback. Truth and critical feedback. You know, for me, it came about 15 years ago. Things were really bad for my business. We'd lost a lot of money. I was in my 4th year of spiraling in a downward tailspin. And I finally said, you know what? It's not worth it. I'm just going to go get a sales job. I came home and I told my wife that I had gotten a sales job. She looked at me and said, Damian, I know that you would be a good salesperson. You are a good salesperson. You are a hard worker. But if you take this job, your spirit will be crushed. Your independence, your creativity, your zest and zeal for life and your own business will go out the door and you'll be crushed. She said, I don't want to live with a Damian Mason whose spirit and independence is crushed. And you know, that moment was a very telling and emotional moment for me and for her, because it was the truth and critical feedback by somebody that truly was supportive. We mistakenly sometimes think, more at weak moments, that someone is being supportive when they say, oh gosh, you tried. There is no try, there is only do. I cover that in my book also. Oh goodness, maybe next time. Now, these glad handers and good time Charlies aren't really support, because support is truth and critical feedback. Someone that will tell you maybe what you don't want to hear, but what you need to hear. Second variety of support is accountability. You know, we give peer pressure a bad rap. Oh, well, you've succumbed to peer pressure. Well, peer pressure is only bad if your peers are bad. If you hang around with and surround yourself with the right type of folks that hold you accountable, make you smarter, ask you why you didn't read more, learn more, advance more, work harder, be more responsible, invest your money rather than blowing it, that's accountability. You know, there's an old statement that you are the average of your 5 closest relationships. So who's holding you accountable? You know, we have personal trainers and personal consultants and all sorts of folks we're willing to hire, but it only works if you do the work and listen to those folks that are holding you accountable. Support comes in a 3rd variety, and that is, the 3rd variety is when your back is against the wall. When the chips are down, when you truly are at wit's end, both personally, professionally, financially, who can you turn to? And again, it is not enabling, it is not coddling, it is not calling somebody for money. That's enabling. It is not looking for some glad hand Charlie, that's going to say, oh, it's okay. No. When your back's against the wall, when you truly are about to lose it, who can you turn to? Who is in your Rolodex, we used to say. We don't have Rolodexes anymore. Look it up. If you're a millennial or a post-millennial, you probably say, what's a Rolodex? Who is in your circle of friends and professional relationships that you can turn to when the chips are down? You've got your family, your friends, your professional relationships, your service providers that will take your call because, of course, you pay them. But who can you really turn to? And most importantly, you should never keep going to the well. Do not be the little boy that cried wolf, because eventually nobody's going to take your call. Nobody's going to care what you have to tell them, because you've abused and overused the relationship. Critical component of success, both personally and professionally, is understanding that you are not an island and cultivating the right type of support, and never ever mistaking support for enabling behavior, or worse yet, thinking that enabling and coddling behavior is actually support. It is not. I'm Damian Mason, helping you create a life and business by choice. Thanks for joining me.